to the Terrorform podcast. I'm Erin.
This is Donnie.
I'm Kristin.
And I'm Josh. Thank you for the 100+ subs. I'm about to be probed.
And we're here to make the world a creepier place. You alright, bud?
Yeah, leg day. I'm sore.
Yikes. But that hurt. Can't tell.
The Shining.
Shining. Stanley. Alrighty. Alright, guys. Be our first story outside of Texas. Let's see. This takes place back in 2012, so about 10 years ago, coming up on 10 years. Yikes. I was a wee emo lad, and last, yeah. And I was super obsessed with Ghost Adventures at the time, and I saw that they had gone to this hotel, and every summer, my family likes to do trips, and I was like, hey, let's go to Estes Park. Go to Estes, Colorado. And I was really just wanting to go to that hotel. That was like the only thing I wanted to do. And I somehow convinced them that we should go because of the scenery and everything. It's like in a valley and there's mountains everywhere. So we're like, yeah, let's go. So I was like, heck yeah, I'm about to go to the Stanley Hotel. I was obsessed with The Shining when I was a kid. And so I was like, this is the most perfect opportunity. And we kind of saved it for like the end of the trip, save the best for last. And I was really obsessed with 30 Seconds to Mars. Their music video, The Kill, is like based off The Shining. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. So we finally take our trip there. First, we do like this. What are those things called? They're like in the sky and they're on by a cable and you ride them.
Zip line?
No. It's like in a box and you sit in it.
Oh,
like
ski lift?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a ski lift. I think it starts with a G.
Enclosed?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they're called.
I forgot what they're called. Gandalite. I don't know. So we take that up the mountain and then we get like a view down. You could see the Stanley Hotel and I'm like, oh my God, we're about to go there next.
And so it's like a dramatic reveal.
Yeah.
Gondolas.
Gondola. Yeah.
Gondola.
And, I'm geeking out. We do the ghost tour. They're telling us the history of everything. I know. So then we get to see the infamous room 217 that Stephen King stayed in and helped inspire The Shining, where he was having some writer's block and decided to take a little vacation, secluded. And I heard that him and his wife were the only guests there in that whole hotel because they're about to go into off season. And he had nightmares of the place involving his son. So if you've seen The Shining or read The Shining, there's a little boy in there.
Because like the hose chased him or something.
Yeah, right? The like fire hose in the hallway.
Yeah, like got choked out by it or something.
Yeah.
Killed.
Strangled
by a fire hose or something.
And then I
do
know.
He woke up and was like, I'm writing about this.
He's like, all right, this is it. The fire hose strangling my son. I don't know if they took us into Lord Dunraven's room. I don't remember. They took us into a random room. And they're like, there's a lot of activity in here. They said there's a lot of stuff in the closet. And they're like, were there talking to the group, they said, would any volunteers like to go into the closet and we'll shut the door on them and leave them in there for like a minute and see if anything happens?
Dang, they really lean into it, huh?
I know.
Did you volunteer?
No, I was too scared. Even though I was like the one that was like the most psyched to be there. I'm like, I am not doing that. But my brother, Brian, volunteered to go into the closet with some old woman. And it was him and this old woman in this closet.
7 minutes in heaven.
Oh my God, my poor brother. He was probably like 11. Yeah, it was cool. And we got to see like the ballroom and the bar and all that. Very reminiscent of The Shining, even though that hotel wasn't in the movie. But we did take the tour ended up going into like a concert hall, which is a whole different separate part of the hotel, a whole different building. So we go in there, and he's telling us that they had a groundsman, like maintenance guy named Paul, and he died there. He had a heart attack. And then they said there was a homeless woman named Lucy that also rumored to have died there. So then we go into the room, and we're all sitting there, and he's talking, and then the door shuts on us. So I'm like, oh my God.
Something's about to go down.
I know, I was like, get me out of here.
God.
And it was dark in the hallways and everything, and the only light on was in our room. And I remember this lady, she was like constantly taking photos with like the flash at the door, and then her camera died. And she's like, it just killed my battery. I swear there was something like in here. She's like freaking out with her daughter. I don't know who she was, but I can't quite remember. She's like, it killed my battery. It sucked up my battery. Oh my God. They're like really getting in tune with it. They're like, I'm really sensing something. There's something off. And then they're like, he'll tell his story. He's like, yeah, that's scary. But yeah, I guess that's my story. It's very mild, very small. The only thing that really happened was the door closing. But I feel like, this Stanley has so many stories and it's pretty iconic that we could cover an episode on it.
Yeah.
So what y'all learn, what y'all get.
Who's going
Well,
first?
she does have a video of the door
Closing.
that we can
Oh,
add
really?
in, but if y'all want to watch it now and
As
just
like
play
a
the
reaction?
video over. But
All right, so we have a first-hand reaction.
her little editing.
Yeah, my junior high editing on my
As we cycle
old
more people
iPod
through.
Touch.
Think about Lucy's room in particular.
Was that the flash of
Door
the
shuts
camera?
more,
Uh-huh.
people will feel off. It's always the women, it's never the guys. This is something I've noticed, because I do this all the time. We think this is Lucy basically telling us, go, get out of here. I don't want you been in my space all day long. I don't want you in here anymore. She just wants to be left alone. And I think it's true. I think he's onto something there. 'Cause everything kind of lines up and makes sense. Again, guys typically won't experience anything here, but every once in a while, women will feel different in here. I've had women tell me everything from they feel really heavy, like a pressure on their shoulders, chest in here. I've had people tell me they have trouble breathing. I've had people tell me they've gotten nauseous. We've actually had folks, myself and Clay, my manager, we're the only two people who do this, stand out here in this hallway and basically wait. This is cool.
Nice and slow.
And it locks
Like someone's on the other
itself.
side just like watching and closing at the same time. Y'all was getting peeped on.
What the heck?
And it catches too. That's it.
Which room was this?
It was in the concert hall, just a random room. I don't know what it was really used for. If they just
Yeah.
use it for storage, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So-
First thing.
217 is said to be the most haunted room. Is that right?
No, that's the one that Stephen King stayed in.
Yeah.
That's the one he stayed in.
But it's
Yeah.
also supposed to be one of the most haunted.
most
They
haunted
have
ones.
several other ones,
Yeah.
but that one's supposed to
in
have.
the fourth floor.
Yeah, I
is
heard the
supposed to be
fourth
the
floor is,
most
like, the
haunted
scariest
floor.
one.
Yeah, because a lot of the ghosts are friendly. It seems
Yeah. I
like
heard-
the one that was a housekeeper or something, and didn't she there was an explosion and she
Yeah.
broke her ankles or something.
Well, yeah,
The
they
poor
think
woman.
they think that she's one of the people who are haunting it because she was in the explosion but lived
Yeah.
and went back to work for the Stanley Hotel, I guess, until she died.
Yeah.
They think that I don't think she died at the hotel,
But
but
She's-
they think she stayed
returned.
around.
Yeah, from what it seemed like, the ghost that they know the names of. What?
There's a voice or something that came through.
What?
Did you hear that?
It said me.
No.
Yeah, it was like,
Nuh-uh.
I swear, y'all
Yeah.
didn't hear that?
No, all I heard was Josh gulping in my
Yeah, was it me
next to me.
drink? I took a drink.
Oh,
It might have been. Well, it
everything.
sounded throaty, but I
high-pitched,
thought
yeah.
it was coming from Kristin.
Yeah.
It might have in my throat sometimes,
It was like a frog.
We'll have to watch it back later.
It said meep.
Yeah, it sounds like those frogs at a pond, at
Oh my
night.
god, you're really calling me out if it was my throat doing a weird thing.
Hey, it was a ghost.
I thought
okay?
I was the only one that heard it because nobody reacted. I was like, what the heck? She looked at me like,
Meep. It sounded just like that.
Well, Anyways, so I thought it was interesting that like all the ghosts pretty much are very nice, and the ones where they do know who the person was, they all like work there or visit there often, and it just seemed like everybody loved being at that hotel.
Yeah.
And so they got tethered there because they just enjoyed it so much.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that explosion that she was in was the same room that Stephen King stayed in.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
And she lived. She fell to the floor below, which was like the ballroom floor. And so it was like, dang, that
And it broke
sucks.
her ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact about that room too. Do y'all know that Jim Carrey stayed in that room?
Oh, yep. And
Yeah.
he couldn't stay the night.
He couldn't stay because they were filming Dumb and Dumber at the hotel.
Dang.
And yeah, he specifically requested room 217, and then he made it 3 hours.
Oh my God, that's
And
it?
he
Nope,
he
out of
went
there.
down to the lobby. He didn't just ask for another room. He said he wanted another hotel. And so they booked him another hotel. And anytime he's asked about this in like an interview, he won't talk about it. So
Dang.
it's like, what the heck happened
Yeah,
to
it
you?
must have been that bad. What?
He must have found a ghost that wasn't so nice.
So, Erin didn't remember the guy's name. It was Freeland Stanley. But
Freeland Stanley.
the explosion was apparently in room 217.
Oh, okay.
It says that there's a flood and it cut the power out. He installed a gas lantern in each room to provide the guests with light, and a leak caused a buildup of gas to form in room 217. The head chambermaid, Elizabeth Wilson, entered the room with a lit candle and set off a massive explosion.
Oh my gosh.
But she did survive, but was launched from the room's entrance to the dining hall located on the first floor. And that explosion damaged 10% of the hotel.
Good Lord.
God dang.
And she was in a coma, but returned to work in 1913. Because that happened in,
1911, I think?
I believe 1911. Yeah, June 25th, 1911.
Dang. She blew up.
And she remained employed by the hotel until 1950.
Dang, so she stayed there a long time. She must have really liked it there.
Yeah. Is this the same one? I think this is the same one where she's mainly nice, but she's like very old school.
So if like couples are sleeping there that
think
aren't
so.
married, she'll try to separate them
Yeah.
at night.
They'll,
that's
they'll
what it
feel
says right
someone
here.
pushing them apart.
Yeah, it says one couple told a staff member at the Stanley that their bed was made around them during the night with them still inside. But take note, if you're considering staying in this famous hotel and aren't married, you may not have the most restful night if you choose to stay in room 217.
Now's your chance to experience something, Aaron. You and
Unmarried.
Donnie, go.
Unmarried couples have reported a chilly presence settling into bed with them as they slept.
Yeah, I made that comment to Donnie earlier because I looked at the prices and I'm like, oh man, they're expensive.
Yeah.
But like expensive to stay for like 3 days or whatever. So I was like, we should just stay 1 day there, but then just leave and stay at like other hotels or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't afford to be there for like a week.
week, yeah.
Yeah.
This says that Stanley died in 1940 at the age of 91, but like Wilson, many believe his presence can still be seen and felt at the hotel,
Dang.
mainly at the bar and in the billiard room.
He made it a while for having tuberculosis.
That's what I was thinking too. I was about to make that
mountaineer
comment.
really did
that
do
fresh
something.
air. The phantom of his wife, Flora, has a penchant for tinkering around the hotel's piano, according to multiple accounts.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then there's also believed to be a ghost of a child with autism wandering the property and plays with guests' hair. And guests on the 4th floor of the Stanley have shared stories of hearing children's laughter in the hall with no one to be found.
Yeah.
So
And I heard that there was like a ghost of a cowboy and he watches people sleep.
Yeah, that one seemed a little creepy.
Oh, yeah. Is that
And
the one
all-
that leans in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like someone
Kisses
said,
people.
yeah, they're ew.
Come on now, girl. You know you want a little kissy kiss now.
They got a creeper
Don't
going
be shy.
on. Not staying on the 4th floor. That's where he's hanging out.
Because I remember watching Ghost Adventures and her interviewing this lady. And she said, a cowboy came into my room and he was just staring at me while I was asleep. And then he bent over and kissed my forehead or something like that.
Ooh, that would be so creepy.
I know, I'm like, girl, you just laid there and let it happen. I would have screamed as soon as I saw someone there.
So
You just thought it was a ghost because the haunted hotel. Really, there's someone in your room.
yeah.
It's really an actual like cowboy.
It's like a maintenance guy.
Ew.
Well, it could be possible because it says that
No.
there's a like a cave system underneath the hotel
I went in there, too.
because it was seen as unprofessional for the staff to be seen by guests, so employees used the underground pathways to travel between rooms and the hotel's bar, restaurant, and laundry facilities. So it could be
He's a
some
creep
random.
living down
He
there.
knew the back ways and came in through the caves.
But apparently the employees still use it, so it could just be an employee.
Yeah.
But
You see him mopping later. Yeah, there's a cowboy ghost who kissed me, and later you just see, hey there.
it says the ghost of a pastry chef is said to haunt the caves, as evidenced by the alluring and inexplicable scent of baked goods that's frequently reported here.
That'd be nice.
But I think the lady that worked there said that they clock in those underground
That'd be
cave
so
systems,
scary.
and then they go to work, so they have to go through that. So that's why
I'd
I
be
guess.
scared.
yeah.
Because I know.
Especially to go in real early and it's dark outside, just walking into some caves.
Really?
Yeah, because they took us down those caves, and it's just like a cave. It's just dirt like around, and you're going through this like dark tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
They even have a psychic that like works there, like near the tunnels. It's like kind of on like the first floor, the under level, and she just has her own little office, and you can go in there. But I was too scared to go in there. I was like, I don't want her to like tell me stuff, or like she can read my mind or something.
So there's 3 more rooms that it mentions here, and one of them has to do with the cowboy. But room 401 is, according to some, the creepiest room in the hotel, and is thought to be haunted by an unfriendly male ghost by some accounts. Women have claimed that they were inappropriately touched by an unknown presence while standing in the room's closet. One man claims
That's
he witnessed.
the room.
Was that the closet y'all went in?
It probably was.
They're trying to get y'all touched.
Yeah, my poor brother. He could have been there with an old woman. So this
Y'all
old woman
thought
get
it was
touched.
the old woman. It was a ghost. An
She was with
inappropriate
her-
ghost.
Yeah, she
No.
was the one that's like the lady in the bathtub.
Well, she was a part of our group, but she could be
Y'all
like
think.
a ghost
Yeah, you
faking it.
think.
Yeah.
It says one man claims he witnessed his wedding ring inexplicably move from the bathroom counter and fall down the drain of the sink in the bathroom.
Oh, that's
which,
mean.
I mean, I guess could kind of just be written off as he placed it
It
on the
slipped,
edge.
yeah.
You know? But then it says down the hall in room 407, multiple guests have reported the odd experience of being touched or tucked into bed by some invisible force, and others have felt someone sit on the foot of the bed only to find nothing but an indentation on the covers when they switch the light on. And then y'all's cowboy in room 428. Some have seen the vision of a cowboy looming over the bed as they slept or standing in the corner. There aren't any rooms above this room. So there's no rooms above this room, yet over the years there have been multiple reports of strange sounds like furniture being moved and footsteps emanating from the ceiling.
Cowboy take.
Lady, I will.
All
This
of
spurs
this
clicking.
from uncoveredcolorado.com. It's called The Stanley Hotel's Haunted History, written by Patrick McGuire. So if y'all want to give that full
Check
article
that
a
out.
read, go ahead and check that out. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, talking about your old lady that
Your
was
old
with the
Oh
group.
my gosh.
And you were like, but she was with the group. It reminded me that Prophet Giratina had messaged me saying, what if ghosts are... Dang, how did he word it? What if there's ghosts around us constantly, but the only time that you notice it's a ghost is because it's in a situation where you know it shouldn't be there? Meaning you hear a noise in your house and you're alone and you're like, what the heck? And so you go and you see a ghost and then you know it's a ghost and you're freaking out.
Oh, so like your senses are heightened at the moment because something seems out of place, and then that's when you start realizing there's actually stuff here.
Yeah,
What
because
if you're in a group of people? and
how
it
do you know
shows
that's
up?
not a ghost? Yeah, he said you could walk past ghosts all the time, like in Walmart. What if you're like just in Walmart? There could be a ghost in there, and you're not going to think twice because there's a bunch of strangers around you.
Yeah.
Someone standing in the aisle just looking at something. That's someone who's dead. That's a dead person.
Oh my gosh.
All these NPCs,
And they're ghosts.
all these strange characters out
God.
there.
So I saw something that was kind of interesting because they said that the caves under there have a lot of, was it limestone and quartz, which, with the spiritualist and the stones things kind of make it like they believe that could draw in spiritual energy or, make it to where spirits are drawn to it or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
The
a conductor.
crystals.
It's a conductor for like ghosts.
Which led me to find this thing called the stone tape theory, which is a theory that objects such as rocks and buildings can record events like a tape recorder or film reel. So, and then like under the right circumstances, you can see it played back. So like the ghost that we're seeing is actually just like a film recording of like the past because for somehow the rocks can capture that, especially if it's like a really emotional moment or a traumatic moment. So this one seems kind of like maybe there was a bunch of joy, so it was really capturing, the good spirits.
The energy's being absorbed. And
Could be.
I've
Makes
heard about
sense.
that through Ghost Adventures.
Did your brother ever say anything happened in the closet?
He said no.
Did he seem freaked out after he came out? Like maybe
I
that
think-
old woman was like,
I would have to ask him again, but I don't. From what I remember, he wasn't even in there like that long, anyways.
yeah.
But he didn't say anything happened, and probably too, it was awkward being in there with a stranger and someone like much older than you too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh my god, can they please like hurry up
But
and
if-
open the
if
door?
it was a ghost woman, maybe she was like starting to twitch or something. And
Oh,
right
my
when they
God.
opened the door, she went back to normal. And he was just like too scared to say anything.
Blocked
Need
it
to-
out of his
yeah.
memory.
Could have to ask him.
Yeah, we'd have to hit him up about that. Yikes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be fun if we could all four go visit it and
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
what happens.
Do
Stay there
a-
for a night.
Do a ghost
True.
hunt the night we stay.
Docu-series
I know,
episode.
like, a lot of the rooms have 2 beds. So really, that 329 split between 4 people.
Oh, true.
We can
Kind
make
of
it
like,
happen.
yeah, kind of like New
It
Braunfels.
won't be for another probably year though, because Erin doesn't have any vacation or personal
Oh,
time at her
yeah.
job for like the first.
We'll just say I'm
We have plenty
sick.
of time to plan. Oh yeah, she just call in
Yeah,
sick.
I'd be like, I have tuberculosis and I need the fresh air.
Yeah.
Because I have at least a week of sick time now.
There you go.
I'll just be like, I'm sick.
We'll just have to cut this
yeah,
part
right,
out of the
we can't let
podcast.
them do it.
Yeah, they know my plan.
That's a long beat.
They're gonna get on
Maybe
your
I'll
Facebook,
just.
see you taking pictures at the Stanley Hotel.
Well, they're not watching, so
Ooh. Shots of fire.
shots fired. Not my problem. Dang.
You know, Elijah Wood also has a story about that hotel.
Dang.
Yeah, he was saying he
He had an
went.
encounter with the Lucy, the ghost. Lucy,
The homeless lady?
The homeless lady.
The one that could have closed the door on us?
Yeah. Well, do you remember exactly what he said happened? I know he said that they were using the radio thing to.
Oh yeah, they were using the radio thing, and he didn't say what he heard, but he said that there was some voices talking, and they had a flashlight and they stuck it or sat it down or something, and it started spinning and turning off and on by itself.
That would be horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When I was looking up stuff about the Stanley Hotel, I did see a video. It could have been just another just taught delusionist, but he had one of those what are those suckers called? The dum-dums?
Yeah.
He had it in the palm of his hand, and he would like lift it up, and it would stay lifted, and kind of almost like a semicircle it would make, and then it would fall back down. He'd lift it back up, it'd stay up, spin again, and fall down, and like it would
Yeah,
move
he's a
on his
magician.
hand. So it
Yeah.
could be some of that.
I thought about that too, listening to Elijah Wood's story. It's like, I wonder how many people just take advantage of like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a haunted place. I can go do a magic trick and pull it off. It's like, oh, it's a spirit.
Dang. That'd be so sad.
You just didn't see the string on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's a probably like manufactured to do that. Like they installed it. It's like spring loaded,
Yeah.
and they have like a button they trigger and it closes.
Yeah.
We'll have to go do some investigating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the doors.
Got to bring the illusionist.
Yeah.
Be filling the door, but I've seen this one before.
Let's just do it. Let's go. I just know, I think at the concert hall, they're supposed to have like a mirror, and anyone takes a picture in it, or like with themselves in the mirror, there's supposed to be like a figure next to them, or like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Supposedly they don't know where the mirror came from, so I don't know how
Harry Potter.
it would have got there, but supposedly it has a mysterious origin.
We gotta go do some investigating.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, a trending topic. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
You guys heard about Huggy Wuggy?
Yes. My coworker's been talking about it because her son loves it, and she's
Huggy
scared.
Wuggy was a bear.
How old is her son?
5.
Dang, that's.
Yeah, because she's like,
hair.
I bought
Not
him the
for
toys.
him. No!
She's like, I bought it. I didn't realize what it was, and then she found out.
I've only seen one video. It didn't seem that
Okay,
bad.
Huggy
but
Wuggy
there
is not
more?
from Five Nights at Freddy. It's from that new
No,
game,
it's a-
Poppy Playtime, right?
Yes.
I thought so. She keeps saying it's Five Nights at Freddy's because he likes that too. And
Dang, her son needs to
well,
be in the horror community. He needs to come on Terrorform podcast.
yeah, because she's scared that like
I
he's
love
gonna
Huggy Wuggy.
come to their bed at night with a knife and kill them because she says that she's been reading stuff about kids.
Yeah.
Is that what it's going on?
Yeah, I
Okay.
wanted to give the details of that because it's a trending topic right now.
Yeah,
so
go
I
into it.
have this article from the Rolling Stone.
Dang, so it's legit from the
Yeah.
Rolling Stone.
So they say there's nothing that parents of small children love more than giving kids unfettered access to phones and iPads and then freaking out over what kind of age-inappropriate content they may be seeing on such devices. So they came in swanging, boy. And they say, the recent panic over Huggy Wuggy, a character from a video game franchise who is the subject of hysterical reports posted in police. What are you doing?
She must have lost it.
God.
She
That
gained back
Huggy Wuggy
control.
possessed her.
Huggy Wuggy,
She was able to regain.
a Huggy Wuggy, a character from a video game franchise, who's the subject of hysterical reports posted in police and mom Facebook groups. According to multiple local news outlets, YouTube and TikTok are filled with videos featuring a character named Huggy Wuggy, a horrifying blue creature with razor-sharp teeth who kind of looks like a cross between Grover, Slender Man, and Forky from Toy Story 4. These reports suggest that children are watching videos featuring Huggy Wuggy, which includes songs about him hugging people, quote-unquote, until you breathe your last breath. And they are getting not so good ideas. Such videos are reportedly prompting children to reenact those videos on the playground by hugging each other extremely tightly and whispering the gruesome lyrics to each other. Such rumors started taking root in the United Kingdom first, following a Facebook post, which has since been deleted, reportedly published by a concerned mom. The March 22nd post, according to Snopes, featured what was supposedly an email from her child's school warning about a very deceiving teddy bear character who sings
The way
worrying
they like describe these things.
yeah, who sings worrying songs about hugging and killing. The post stated that children had stumbled on such videos on TikTok, YouTube, and even YouTube Kids, which is designed for children from preschool age to age 12. Since then, such claims have circulated among schools, mom Facebook groups, and police departments all over the world, followed by claims that children are attempting to replicate the actions of Huggy Wuggy. There have been a small number of reports to this effect, albeit not super well substantiated ones, that say stuff like this. A mother recently told the British outlet Sky News that her 3-year-old son attempted to jump out of the window after seeing his older siblings playing a Huggy Wuggy game on the gaming platform Roblox. The UK outlet Dorset Live quoted a Dorset police officer specifically stating that the videos were being served to extremely young children, stating, if you were to use even YouTube Kids, for example, it may slip through because there's nothing obviously sinister about the name of a video. So because it says Huggy Wuggy, like YouTube looks for certain...
And it's like a cartoon.
Yeah. So, that's like the basis of what's happening, is that these videos are going on. And yeah, it comes from that game that we just talked about, Poppy Playtime, which is it's like an adult game. It's a horror thing. And they have like the original Huggy Wuggy song in there. And then people just started making like their own versions of Huggy Wuggy songs just for creepy stuff on YouTube. So I think that's what really set this whole thing into motion, is that they made like fan-made videos, didn't get flagged on YouTube. Kids are stumbling upon it, just like hopefully they're not stumbling upon our videos, you know? Like
It was kind of like that thing that was going around with all the like really inappropriate like Spider-Man and princess videos where they're like super sexual, but they were marketed for kids, so it was on all the kid channels, and they were like
that was
super
terrible.
inappropriate
that
stuff.
was terrible.
And if you weren't paying attention to what your kid's watching, they're just watching all this dirt and nasty stuff.
Or like Momo. If y'all remember Momo, it's pretty similar to that.
It's like supposed to be super creepy, like person thing, kind of like ring looking.
Yep. Basically the same thing.
I don't know. I feel like kids don't ruin it for us that like it.
Yeah. I mean, this has always been like a...
I remember seeing like creepy stuff and like being like that with my friends.
Yeah.
Video game violence and transferring to
lyrics and movies.
It's always going to be controversial.
Yeah, like Eminem's got tons of songs about watch your kids. It's not up to me.
Yeah. I mean, I was
Apparently
always into
you ain't
that
parents.
stuff. Yeah. I was always into that stuff as a kid too, but it's like, I feel like, I don't want to get too controversial, but it's like, you should focus on kids learning right from wrong, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, I get that they're kids, so it's kind of harder for them to understand.
Yeah.
I mean, like the whole jumping out the window, it's kind of hard to be like, that's wrong. Or you're not expecting to teach your kid to not jump out a window.
Self-preservation should be there.
Yeah, I think it's...
But that one wasn't exactly substantiated, right? It said,
Yes.
it's like this might be like the rumor mill going on.
That's
to,
what I was going to say. I think a lot of it
blow
is
it out of
rumors.
proportion.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Because when my coworker was telling me about these kids coming into their parents' rooms and like attempting to kill their parents, I'm like, I don't know how true this actually is. Because I mean, like in the game itself, I've watched YouTubers play it. There's nothing with parents in that whole thing. It's just you're being chased by Huggy Wuggy pretty much.
Like through like a vent or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We hit 100 subscribers.
Yay!
That was shocking. We had no idea last week when we were like,
It came out of
give us
nowhere.
100 subscribers. Like we were asking, me and Erin were like, give us 43.
Yeah.
And Donnie's like, give us 100. We were like, that's impossible in a week.
Try it one night.
And like one night, it just went.
all of a sudden
like,
we
what
gained
the
over
heck?
100. So YouTube, let the bot stay. So can we get it to 1,000?
Oh my god! If it goes to 1,000, I'm gonna be sketched out.
Yeah, sketchy.
But
But I will welcome it because then we might make money.
Yeah. Get us up to 1K or at least 200. Get us another
Another
100.
100.
You
let's
know?
go for 1K. 1K.
100K.
1 carrot.
Dude, if we hit 1K, I will.
I will shave my head. I'm just kidding. I'm not.
You said it. It's on
I
air.
said no.
Come back to
I didn't
the
promise
video.
it. I didn't promise
By
it.
next week, if we hit 1K, Erin will shave
No.
her head.
No.
If we hit 1K in a week.
No.
You could pull it off, girl.
No.
You got this.
No. I'm gonna also smash that like button.
Smash it.
Smash that like button.
The
Like and
like, the
subscribe.
bell,
Subscribe. Hit the bell.
subscribe, hit
Leave
the
us a
bell,
comment.
icon,
You know what to do.
Send us your
messages,
Send us your art.
emails, art,
Stories.
work on anything we're talking about.
And you can send that to
The
Terrorform
Terrorform
podcast at
gmail.com email address.
or Facebook,
Facebook,
Instagram,
Instagram.
Under the
YouTube.
same name, Terrorform Podcast.
Terrorform podcast. That's right. That's right. And in celebration, we have a.
Cheers. Cheers, Donnie. In celebration.
There we go. Oh, she's lost it. She's lost her mind. I saw it
She's
earlier.
possessed again.
Oh my god. Oh, we have a cake. That's right.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Where'd that come from?
Made by our very own.
Baked by Kristin.
Kristin's Cakeries.
Try not to have it slide off.
If you love crusty croissants, you'll love Krusty Croissants Bakery.
Terrorform cake.
I'm scared it's gonna like
100 subs.
100.
So
I was about to say
thank
one
you
sub.
guys. While she's cutting this up, I guess I can look at some YouTube comments.
Get them comments out.
Oh, it's been done. She's
She split wide
slicing
open.
it.
She's slicing. So on our last episode, The Creeper, we have a comment from Jennifer Smith, if you guys remember her. She's the one that sent us the
Oh,
picture on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, she did reach out to us.
Yeah, and
She's like, y'all are stupid.
She says, "Oh geez, I can't believe y'all didn't know about Ray Stevens. But yes, y'all figured it out. It was referencing the no shirt thing that didn't happen. Get your clothes on, LOL."
We still don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, that didn't happen. That's really weird. I don't think that, but to each their own, you know.
Gosh. She's got like these ding dongs.
Grant commented with the timestamp and a laughing face, and you go to the timestamp, and it is the moment where I look over with a very joyful face, and I notice Kristin is not laughing at the joke about her being the cuckoo. This one right here. And I gave him that smack.
Gave me that concussion.
That cuckoo cushion.
That cuckoo cushion.
So that was from our last video, and I think that's about.
Yeah. And along with that whole 100 subs, our video got like 400 views overnight too.
And it went up to
Thank y'all.
5 something,
We don't need to talk about that.
but then the bots got taken away, so it dropped back down to 4 or something.
It got up to 400 something, and yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, nobody's commenting what they want us to talk about.
Yeah, give us some
So, like, y'all are
segment
just
ideas.
listening. Like,
Yeah.
y'all aren't just being dragged along. Like,
Yeah, what will make you entertained? Tell us what will entertain you.
Yeah. And we've all seen The Shining, right? Should we rate it? Rate it? Wait it?
Should we wait it?
Should we wait it?
Oh,
I think I saw a bunny rabbit.
Yes, I was just thinking. A little wascal.
So we're gonna rate it?
It's been about a year since the
I've
last
seen-
time we
it's
watched.
been a long
Been
time
a
since I've seen
while.
it, but I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, we watched it, I want to say last year, right?
Yeah, because
We watched it right before we started doing this horror films with y'all.
Yeah. I would rate it. It's your favorite movie, Erin. You started when you rate it.
It's not my favorite movie anymore.
It was.
It was. I was really into it. Maybe 8.
8 out of 10. All right.
Wow.
Donnie?
I'm saying 7.5, but I was like, that seems mean.
Yeah, I'd probably say about 7. About a 7.
8, 7. I would say about a. I'd probably say about a 7.
Oh, I was going to say 8 with Erin.
Yay!
All right, 2 8s and 2 7s.
That is a 7.5 rating.
That is a
Yeah.
7.5 star rating, official Terrorform rating of The Shining. Have you guys seen the sequel to The Shining that came out like years
Did
later?
Dr. Sleep?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
It
was better
was
than I thought it was gonna
surprisingly
be.
good. Surprising, especially if you go in not wanting it to be like
Good.
The Shining. Like, it's not like a horror based thing. It leans more on The Shining, which is basically The Touch, like what we call The Touch with Donnie and his dad.
Oh, yeah.
What did
But-
they call it in The Shining? I can't remember.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, The Shining. That's why it's
Yeah.
called The Shining.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it's a surprisingly good movie.
Tommy?
All right, we have no plates or forks, huh?
No, we forgot to bring those, but I guess we could sign off and then.
We'll eat it.
Oh.
Eat our
I was
cake.
gonna say everybody grab a slice and dink it.
It's like
They- oh, That does look
Boy,
like a
gonna
moist
get
cake.
messy.
Oh, it's got a pink
Look at that.
inside.
Strawberry,
Look at that.
Strawberry with the chocolate icing.
Josh said he ain't
Heck yeah.
about to wait.
It looks so good.
All
Is it
right.
good?
We finna dig into this.
Yeah, we're gonna
thing.
sign out.
All right, guys, make it creepy.
Stay